What if the most powerful weapons of World War II were not tanks, not bombs, not armies, but ancient relics hidden for thousands of years, waiting to be found by those who believed in their supernatural power? This is a story that history books rarely tell. A story of obsession. A story of darkness chasing light. A story of men who believed that victory in war could be unlocked, not through military might alone, but through objects lost to time. Objects whispered about in ancient legends. Objects that some say held the very power of the heavens. The Nazi regime was not just fighting a physical war. Behind the scenes, a secret quest was taking place. A hunt across deserts, mountains, temples, and forgotten tombs. They searched for artifacts that ancient civilizations believed could change the fate of nations. And what they were looking for will send chills down your spine. Let us begin this journey into the shadows of history. The first artifact on their list was perhaps the most famous. The Spear of Destiny, also known as the Holy Lance. Legend says this was the very spear that pierced the side of a great prophet during his final moments on earth. For centuries, rulers believed that whoever possessed this spear would hold the destiny of the world in their hands. Emperors fought for it. Kings died for it. And when the regime rose to power, they became obsessed with finding it. Historical records show that this spear was kept in a museum in Vienna. And when Austria was taken over in 1938, one of the first actions was to seize this relic and transport it to Germany. It was placed in a secure location, guarded day and night. Those who carried it believed they were now unstoppable. They believed ancient power flowed through the metal. They believed fate itself had chosen them. But here is where the mystery deepens. Some historians say that what was taken was only a replica. The real spear, they claim, was hidden long ago by secret guardians who knew its power should never fall into the wrong hands. Was the real spear ever found? Did its power ever truly help anyone? Or was it all just a legend that men foolishly believed? The answers remain buried in the dust of time. Now let us turn to the second artifact, one that has captured imaginations for centuries. The Ark of the Covenant. This was not just any ancient box. According to sacred texts, this golden chest contained divine commandments given to a great prophet on a holy mountain. It was said to hold unimaginable power. Armies that carried it into battle were believed to be invincible. Walls crumbled before it. Enemies fell without a single sword being raised. For the regime, finding this artifact became a top priority. Expeditions were sent to distant lands. Archaeologists and soldiers searched through Ethiopian highlands, Egyptian deserts, and ancient temple ruins. They believed that if they could possess the Ark, no army on earth could stand against them. But the Ark was never found. At least, not officially. Some say it remains hidden in a secret chapel, guarded by monks who have protected it for generations. Others say it was taken to a place so remote that no human expedition could ever reach it. And some believe that the Ark protects itself, that it allows only the pure of heart to come near, and those with dark intentions will never lay eyes upon it. Perhaps that is why their search failed. Perhaps some powers are not meant to be held by those who seek them for destruction. Let us move to the third artifact, one that has fascinated explorers and treasure hunters for centuries: the Holy Grail. In ancient legends, this sacred cup was used during a final sacred meal. It was said to hold miraculous properties. Some believed it could heal any wound. Others believed it granted eternal life to those who drank from it. For a regime obsessed with power and immortality, the Grail was the ultimate prize. Secret teams were sent across Europe. They searched in old churches, hidden caves, and forgotten castles. They studied ancient manuscripts and followed coded messages left by secret societies. But the Grail remained out of reach. Every lead turned cold. Every promising discovery led to nothing. Some researchers believe that the Grail was never a physical cup at all. They say it was a symbol of inner purity, a symbol of divine connection that cannot be held in human hands. If that is true, then the search was doomed from the start, because you cannot capture what is not material. You cannot possess what lives only in the realm of spirit. And so the Grail hunters returned empty-handed. Their obsession brought them no closer to immortality, only closer to their own destruction. Now we come to the fourth artifact, one that is less known but equally mysterious: the Sword of Mars. Ancient legends spoke of a sword that fell from the sky, a blade given by the heavens to a mighty warrior king. Whoever wielded it was said to be unbeatable in battle. Entire empires were built by those who carried it. The regime believed this sword was real, and they believed it was hidden somewhere in Eastern Europe, buried in the tomb of an ancient conqueror. Expeditions were launched in great secrecy. Soldiers dug through frozen ground and ancient burial sites. They searched for any sign of the legendary blade. But the Sword of Mars was never recovered. Some say it was taken by nomadic tribes centuries ago and lost to the endless steppes. Others say it was melted down and reforged into something unrecognizable. And still others believe it was never a physical sword, that it represented something greater, the inner fire of a true warrior, the courage that cannot be forged in any furnace. If that is true, then those who searched with hatred in their hearts could never find it, because the sword would reveal itself only to those who fought for justice, not tyranny. Now we arrive at the fifth and final artifact, perhaps the most mysterious of all: the lost city of Atlantis. For thousands of years, philosophers and explorers have wondered about this legendary civilization. A city of advanced technology, a city of wisdom and power, a city that vanished beneath the waves in a single night. The regime believed Atlantis was real, and more than that, they believed they were the descendants of this lost master race. They believed that finding Atlantis would prove their superiority and unlock ancient technologies that would guarantee their victory. Submarines were sent to search the ocean floor. Expeditions explored remote islands. Scholars studied ancient maps and decoded hidden messages. But Atlantis was never found. Some researchers believe it was a myth created by ancient philosophers to teach a moral lesson, a warning about what happens when a civilization becomes arrogant and forgets its connection to the divine. If that is true, then the search for Atlantis was itself a kind of dark irony. Those who believed they were the master race were chasing a story about the destruction of a proud civilization that believed the same thing. History has a way of teaching lessons to those who refuse to learn them. And so, the great quest ended in failure. The spear did not bring destiny. The Ark was never captured. The Grail remained a mystery. The sword was never found. And Atlantis stayed hidden beneath the waves. All the resources spent, all the lives lost, all the obsession and madness. And for what? Perhaps this is the greatest lesson of all. True power does not come from objects. True strength does not come from ancient relics. True victory does not come from possessing what belongs to the divine. History shows us again and again that those who seek power through dark means will eventually fall. Those who believe they can control fate will be humbled by fate itself. The greatest civilizations were not built by those who chased magic swords or golden chests. They were built by those who served something greater than themselves. Those who showed mercy. Those who valued justice. Those who understood that real power comes from the heart, not the hand. And here is the deepest truth. The ancient artifacts they sought were never meant to be weapons of war. They were symbols of divine connection, reminders that there is a power greater than any army, a wisdom deeper than any human knowledge, a light that no darkness can ever extinguish. When we look at this chapter of history, we should not be fascinated by the objects themselves. We should be moved by the reminder that seeking power without righteousness leads only to ruin, and in the end, truth always prevails. Light always overcomes darkness. Justice always finds its way. This is the lesson that echoes across the ages. This is the message written in the ruins of fallen empires. May we always seek what is good. May we always walk in the path of light. May we find peace, not in possessing relics, but in purifying our hearts. And may the lessons of history guide us toward wisdom, humility, and a future filled with hope.